With Bloomberg, actress Gabrielle Union said that she splits her bills 50-50 with her husband, former NBA player Dwyane Wade. She admitted that despite having a successful career as an actress, she still struggles with feeling financially secure and often worries that if she takes off, she won't have enough to provide for herself and her loved ones. Now, a clip of that interview has gone viral and sparked quite a debate about couples splitting bills.
Now, this morning, we have financial coach and author Charlotte Stallings joining us to talk more about it. Good morning, Charlotte. Thank you for joining us.
You're so welcome. Good morning, Jose. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning.
Okay, now I want to pick your brain. What do you think of Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union splitting finances 50-50?
So what I think is they discussed this thoroughly and decided this is what works for them. And I think the fact that Gabrielle has been very transparent about it and it's got the internet like on fire, I hope that it sparks conversation between couples, partners, and they're deciding what works for them and reviewing their finances and their plans and deciding what do we need to do. So I think it's interesting. I think it's not unique, and I think it is a good catalyst to have a conversation at your house about what's going on with your money.
You know, it's funny. I think people get distracted talking about everybody else's money so they don't have to talk about their own, because they're having a lot to say about this on social media. People are upset that Wade makes more money than her. Does that matter?
Well, so here's what matters. Again, I'm going to go back. What works in your household? And there is debate and a lot of discussion that when one person makes more money, it's not just discussion. It's proven that what can happen is the person who earns less can feel slighted. They can feel like there's more pressure. It can create a problem in the relationship. So 50-50 works when both people have similar incomes, and in their case, it can create a struggle. I think even in the clip that I saw, when she talked about, like, you know, do you stay in bed every day? No, she's got to hit the floor and get out there because she's got a responsibility. So what matters is you deciding what works in your house. So I'm really advocating continuous, consistent conversation, deciding, does it work today or this year? It may not work next year. What works for you? That's what's critical.
You know, there are those on social media that say if they have to split 50-50 with their spouse, they'd much rather be single. Now, is this something people should really discuss early on in their relationships?
Absolutely. And before, Jose, having a conversation with your partner, individual assessment, it's so important for each of us to look at where our financial state is. And I like to say, ask yourself this. It's a little acronym, WITY, witty. What's important to you about your money and how you handle it, what you do, what other financial responsibilities do you have? Gabrielle and Dwyane, we all, you know, reference them like we know them, real like they're our best friends, but they've got outside financial obligations, your children and other relationships. How might that impact your finances? So if you look at this and you're saying, oh, I'd rather be single, that's your choice, that's your prerogative. But what can you consider and think about now so when you're in that committed relationship, you're approaching that, you have a plan, you're clear about what's important to you, what you need to be obligated to, and then don't throw everything away. Talk about all the options, consider everything, and decide. Look at different strategies, like there could be a joint account approach, or I love the income percentage. If we make 100,000 jointly, one makes 60,000, one makes 40. Well, it's a 60-40 split. That's how we handle the bills and the expenses. So there are different approaches, is what I'm saying.
And Charlotte, we're almost out of time, but I just want to ask you, let's put emotions aside for a moment and just talk about financially, just the pros and cons of splitting expenses.
Yes, so the pros, a couple of things. The pros is it works really good for equal contribution. Both people are putting in. It works really well when both people make the same amount of money. Here's what it also, there's a pro because it is joint responsibility and accountability. Both people are autonomous, you're able to handle finances and contribute to the household. The cons are it can be difficult if you make less money. One person makes less money and somebody might not want joint responsibility and to have accountability. So it can be tough in that regard. Keep talking, decide what works for you. Get Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle, do what works in your house.
Communication is key.
You got it.
Charlotte, always great to talk to you. Thanks for taking time today.
You as well. And Jose, congrats on that upcoming retirement. I saw that, and so it's been great to work with you. Good to see you both.
Thank you. Thank you very much.